first thing we need to do when it comes to our payroll tax lodgements is log on to the SRO website. And the SRO website's just on the page there, www.sro.vic.gov.au. And hopefully most of you would be familiar with this page, and on the right hand side of the screen there in the red box, and I'll just point that out for you with my pointer, is the register and submit your payroll tax online with Payroll Tax Express. So all of you would have been registered with the system. When it comes to lodging your monthly returns and updating your details and the various things that we'll go through today, you will go to this link here, register and submit your payroll tax online with Payroll Tax Express. Now before we actually log into the system, we'll just go through what to do if you've forgotten your password or in fact your username. So you've got an option here that's highlighted there, password required. So if you can't recall what the password and username is, or you do need to change it for some reason, you can actually do that before you enter the system, and you just use this password required link to go through the steps to change the password and get the appropriate username. So clicking the password required link takes you through to this screen here, and it's just asking for some information there, the customer ID, your payroll tax customer ID, phone number, your current email address. It is important with this email address that you do use your own email address, not just an admin type email address, because this is the address that the password will be sent to. So if you require quick access to that password to access the system, make sure that you just pop in an email address that you've got ready access so that you can access the password when it's sent through electronically. Once you've entered those details, you just click the next button there. And what it will do on the next screen, we haven't got a screen cap of this one, of this particular screen, but it will actually ask you for 3 security questions, and it will require that you answer just one of those security questions before the password will be sent. So the 3 pieces of information that you can provide to enable the password to be sent are your WEN number, or your work cover employer number, your Victorian employment start date, or a payroll tax payment amount which has been made within the last 2 years. As I said, only one of those questions needs to be answered. So once you should have access to at least one of those pieces of information, input that information in and then click the submit button, and it will email the password through to the email address that you specified in the previous screen. This is the screen that you would get as a result of submitting that information. It specifies the email address to which the password has been sent. It also gives you the username, so in some cases you may not recall what the username is. It presents that information for you just here. So in our case, the username is Customer Education, and it's notifying you that the new password and instructions to log on to the system have been emailed to the relevant email address. Okay, so that covers off on what to do if you can't recall your password or your username before entering the system. So now that we've got all of that information on hand, we can actually log on to the system. So we've got our user login option there on the left-hand side of the screen. To log on to the Payroll Tax Express system, just click the user logon option. You'd be presented with this screen that you're seeing now. Enter the username and password into the field there and click login. As you can see there is another option if you can't recall the password. There's another option or link that you can click through to get that information on that page as well. But enter your username and password and click login to log into the Payroll Tax Express system. So this is pretty much the hub of the Payroll Tax Express system. There's some important information which is presented there for you, information about the types of things that you can do in the system, information about payments and those types of things. On the left-hand side of the screen is essentially your toolbar. So you use this toolbar or sidebar to navigate through the various functions that you'll use in administering your payroll tax using the Payroll Tax Express system. So this is an enlargement of the Payroll Tax Express sidebar. So the functions that we'll be going through today are all contained within the Payroll Tax Express sidebar, and all the functions that you'll need to administer your payroll tax are all contained in the buttons that are listed there on the sidebar.